Hey guys, welcome to Mystery Diagnosis.
A few months after Zach turns 1, the young parents notice that his right eye seems to be slightly turned in.
Lazy eye?
So we went to the doctor and they thought it was just basically a lazy eye. And she just said he would probably need glasses.
But over the next several weeks, it becomes clear that the glasses are not helping.
I had glasses when I was younger.
Is turning in even more.
And I also had
visit to
lazy
their
eye.
ophthalmologist, the doctor suggests corrective surgery to fix the problem once and for all.
Fun fact, to get rid of the lazy eye, I had to wear an eye patch. And also, I'm between needing to wear glasses and not needing them because I'm farsighted, but at 12 I decided I wouldn't wear glasses anymore. To give you an idea how long it's been since I wore glasses, I'm 27.
He came out of it really good.
That's good.
By the time he's a year and a half, the eye has healed completely.
His gait was just really unbalanced.
Rochelle begins taking Zach to physical therapy
That's
once a
sounding
week,
good, Mother.
hoping to get her son back on track. But as the weeks turn into months, the toddler doesn't seem to be showing any significant signs of improvement.
He'd have days and sometimes weeks in a row where things were going great, and then other days where he seemed to struggle to maintain trunk control. I always have concerns when you see a child that has developed normally to a certain point and then for some reason starts to lose those skills or show difficulty.
And he started losing words at that point.
I'm wondering if
He
he
wasn't
has
saying
type of
the words that he
dystrophy.
once had said. So we kind of knew something more was going on. Just to have an MRI of the spine and of his brain.
The MRI results come in, and the findings are devastating. There are clear signs of brain damage in the cerebellar region of Zach's brain. The cerebellum controls equilibrium and movement of the body, and any damage to this area can cause the brain's signals to get crossed, resulting in poor motor skills and even speech problems.
Stabilizing, and then he just again progressively had a harder time walking, harder time with trunk control and hand control and that kind of stuff.
The pattern is becoming all too familiar, and when Zach is almost 3, Rochelle and Mike decide to get another opinion.
I don't blame them.
Not knowing where else to turn, Mike and Rochelle go back to the one person who has actually helped Zach in the past, his physical therapist, Vicki Miles.
I don't know why, I feel like she has answered.
It was frustrating because he couldn't get to the point where he wanted to go. And there would be times where he would just drop to the floor and just start crawling because he just didn't have the energy to do it anymore.
We did give him a walker to give him a little bit of additional support and see if we could keep him safe. That worked for a while.
I was trying to take video of how bad his walking had gotten at that point, and I was backing away from him. And I think that was probably 2 months before he completely just stopped walking. So that was one of the last videos I have of him walking ever. His therapist finally just said, we have to get a wheelchair for him.
It's not something you want
By August of 2004,
and I went into I have to know mode.
His mother takes matters into her own hands.
I don't blame her.
A spinal tap.
At that point, my hopes are up once again that we are going to be able to help him and find a cure for him.
For a week, they wait. And when the findings come in, they get the first glimmer of an answer.
The spinal tap showed that he had elevated T cells.
The doctor explains that T cells help maintain the body's immune system. Any change in the T cell levels could indicate that Zach is suffering from an autoimmune disease.
He said we could go home and try this IVIG therapy, and if it's an autoimmune disease, it will help Zach. We do the infusion every 28 days, and he would go in there and he'd be really wobbly. By the second bottle, Zach perks up, and you can just tell he feels better. So we were like, he has an autoimmune issue. We're going to be okay again.
For the next 2 years, Zach receives the IVIG therapy every few weeks. Though it's not a cure, the treatment does appear to be slowing the progression of the disease.
That's great.
We just did what we had to do to keep Zach okay, and I really wasn't researching on the internet because Zach had a diagnosis.
For the first time in 5 years, Rochelle and Mike find themselves coming to terms with their son's condition.
We did another MRI, and they came in like the cavalry. I just said, uh-oh, you know, something's wrong. And I remember she asked me if I was in a good place. And I instantly, start crying because I'm like, what is she going to tell me? So she told me that his MRI came back and there was a big change and that he had iron deposits on his brain.
DNA test is all she needs to make the diagnosis.
It's atypical nueroaxonal dystrophy.
Atypical nueroaxonal dystrophy is a genetic neuromuscular degenerative disorder that essentially cripples the nervous system. It's characterized by a buildup of toxic substances in the nerve endings, known as axonal spheroids, that gradually leads to a progressive decline in a patient's muscular control and ultimately loss of vision. There is no known cure or even treatment for the disease. Today, Zach West is 8 years old. While he'll continue to lose muscle control and eventually his ability to talk, Rochelle and Mike are thankful for every day they have together. Their priority now is living each day to the fullest.
I won't have any regrets when it's his time to go because we've done everything we can for him.
Yeah, you gave him a good one.
To do that. Most of all, we're just having fun. We're trying to live life and have
Just
fun.
enjoy your time with them.
They send him to school because his friends love him there.
They have made a tremendous effort to keep Zach active and enjoying things in life. He's just an amazing little boy, and she's an amazing mom.
We just try to take day by day. But then again, I looked at Zach, and he's doing really well for having it, so I'm just thankful for that.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit the notification bell to know when I post a video, and I will see you next time.